Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to welcome Vesna from Serbia, and she's here with her very personal translator. And she offers mindfulness trainings and other trainings. She's a medical doctor, and she is in psychotherapy. She is offering a lot of support for people. So everyone is welcome to listen to all her progresses, all her benefits she offers for people who participate in her trainings. So please, Vesna, tell us a little bit about yourself, your training institute, and what you have developed in the last years.
Recimo malo o sebi, o svom institutu i šta si sve postigla i razvila u posljednje vreme.
Pa ja se bavim posljednjih 17 godina radom sa ljudima na jedan drugačiji način u okviru i onoga što su tvoji instituti, znači kroz coaching, NLP i mindfulness.
So I've been working in this industry for last 17 years, and I have developed everything that you have been also doing, but I've been working with a lot of different people, and there is a lot of great success stories that I'm going to talk about.
Radim individualno sa ljudima, primenjujući različite metode, tehnike i
I'm working individually with people, and I apply and use many different techniques depending on the situation and the problem I'm working on.
I držim edukativne akreditovane treninge iz NLP-a, coachinga i mindfulnessa i neke moje radionice.
And I have workshops and seminars where they're accredited, and they're for mindfulness, NLP, and other techniques that I have developed as well.
Po zanimanju sam lekar, međutim medicinom se ne bavim od 1994.
I'm a medical doctor, but I stopped doing that since 1994.
Radila sam 7 godina u praksi kao lekar.
I worked for 7 years as a doctor.
I ako bih uzela u obzir to i sve ovo što radim posljednjih 17 godina,
and if I compare those 7 years and the last 17 years that I've been doing this,
radila sam sa oko 50.000 ljudi.
I worked with like around 50,000 people.
U 11 zemalja.
In 11 different countries.
Ukupno kroz 35 godina radnog iskustva.
And I have 35 years of total work experience.
Ja bih se sada osvrnula na ovaj rad u ovih 17 godina individualnog rada, odnosno coachinga, edukacija i nekih primenjenih tehnika u radu.
I would like to focus now on the last 17 years of this work, where I worked with individuals, where I coached other people, and that where my expertise is actually.
Pored toga što sam NLP master trener, ja sam i NLP psihoterapeut.
Besides being an NLP master trainer, I'm an NLP psychotherapist as well.
I pored coachinga, to primenjujem u praksi.
And besides coaching, I also apply that while working with people.
I naravno kroz edukacije, ono što jeste sada trenutno vrlo aktuelno, pored NLP-a i coachinga, jeste i mindfulness.
Besides the educations for NLP and rest, what's very popular nowadays is actually mindfulness.
I kada sam pre 3,5 godine završila kod tebe,
and when I completed everything 3.5 years ago working with you,
za mindfulness trenera,
for mindfulness trainer,
ja sam ubrzo nakon toga počela da držim među prvima u Srbiji.
I was one of the first people to start having in Serbia
Mindfulness Intensive in Me.
Mindfulness Intensive in Me.
Sada sam imala 8 treninga.
So far I've held 8 different trainings.
160 polaznika.
160 people.
I 2 trenerske edukacije za trenere i učitelja Mindfulness Intensive in Me.
And 2 training, kako si rekla, I'm so sorry.
Mindfulness Intensive in Me. 2 trenerske edukacije za učitelja.
So 2 training educations for teacher of mindfulness.
I rezultat svega toga koliko je ljudima to bilo korisno i videli su potencijal za budućnost kao jednu svoju novu zanimanje i svoju profesiju,
people saw the potential in that, not only that for themselves, but also as a future profession for themselves.
kao polaznici tog treninga, kasnije su završili i za učitelja, odnosno trenera mindfulnessa.
And they started as pupils, but then they completed their training for the teacher as well, for the mindfulness.
4 ljudi je završilo sertifikaciju.
4 people completed a certification.
12, nova grupa koja ima 12 učesnika završava krajem avgusta.
And the new group that has 12 people will complete everything by the end of August.
I očekujemo da ćemo imati još novih 12 znači učitelja, odnosno master trenera Mindfulness Intensive in Me.
And we are expecting obviously those 12 to have 12 new teachers of Mindfulness Intensive in Me.
Wow, congratulations. I mean, I can see in your face just by reading body language how proud you are and how happy you are. It just radiates. So wonderful.
Yes, kako ti srećna i ponosna na to.
Yes. I hvala ti na tome što si nam dao mogućnost da učimo od tebe na takav način da možemo prenositi drugima na način da to za njih bude korisno.
And thank you actually for teaching us in the way that not only we can teach ourselves, but we can also teach other people and teaching them stuff that can be useful for them as well.
Ja bih sada podelila neka iskustva
I would like to share some of my experiences.
U vezi sa nekim promenama koje su postigli polaznici mojih treninga.
And those are the specific people who were pupils at her training who experienced huge changes in their lives.
I pošto nisam kao John Kabat-Zinn imala mogućnost da radim magnetnu rezonancu pre i nakon 8 nedelja,
And because I'm not like John Kabat-Zinn, I didn't have a chance or opportunity to have an MRI at the beginning and 8 weeks later.
da bi mogli da primetimo i definišemo i naučno dokažemo promene na njihovom mozgu.
Yeah, we were not able to scientifically prove the changes in their brain.
Mogli smo to vrlo konkretno da čujemo na sertifikaciji kada su iznosili svoj put svesnosti i ono što su prošli.
We were able to hear very concrete and specific changes personally from those people during the ceremony of certification and how they explained and shared their changes within their lives.
Gotovo svi su pre svega sišli sa automatizma, sa automatskog pilota.
All of them have completely shut down or turned off the autopilot.
Zato što su navikolomci uspešno slomili njihove navike i rutine.
I don't know how to translate that. There is a special, I will try, habit formers. That habit formers were not, navikolomci su što?
Lomljenje navika, kao
Ponovim istu rečenicu.
navikolomci su znači uspešno slomili njihove navike i rutine.
Okay. Habit breakers were successful in their mission to break their habits and routine.
Absolutely, absolutely. Just small habits have so real huge effects. Yeah, this is in psychology so well known. Yeah, that if you manage to help people to make small new habits, yeah, this is bringing so much more in this in a good healthy direction. Yeah, I love it. Yes.
Onako kaže, ako to baš upravo to, ako pomogneš ljudima da male stvari promene, donose to veliku sreću.
Da, svakoga dana mala stvar.
Yeah, every day a little change. Yeah.
I sada bih možda jedan od najzanimljivijih primera ovde ispričala. Pozvala me je devojka koja...
So now this is one of the most interesting examples that I can tell.
Koja me je pitala može li mindfulness biti koristan da izleči anoreksiju kod njene majke.
One girl or a woman, she called me and asked me if mindfulness can actually be applied to heal or cure anorexia that her mother is experiencing.
jer bi ona njoj poklonila taj trening za rođendan.
Because if the answer is yes, then she would like to buy the training to her mother as a birthday gift.
Naravno, ja nisam imala iskustvo u vezi sa anoreksijom.
Of course, I didn't have a previous experience with anorexia.
Imam sada.
Now I do have it.
Da, pa sam rekla sigurno će biti koristan
So I said, yes, sure, it's going to be beneficial.
Za mnogo različitih segmenata u kontekstu života tvoje mame.
In very many different segments and areas of your mother's life, it will help her.
A moguće je da i promeni neki način njene ishrane.
And it's very possible that changes her eating habits and some other things.
I gospođa je bila na treningu i mi smo davali feedback uvek. Na svakom treningu daje se feedback na prethodnu nedelju.
And her mom attended the training, and as usual, we always give feedback after every week. During every week of the training, we always give the feedback.
Nešto se nije mnogo aktivno uključivala da bi davala neki svoj poseban feedback.
She wasn't super active in order to give her specific feedback.
U stvari mi je onda na kraju bilo jasno da je ona spremala iznenađenje za sve nas.
But then I realized at the end that she was actually preparing the surprise for all of us.
Jer se ona ugojila 7 kilograma za 8 nedelja.
Because she gained 7 kilos or 15 pounds in 8 weeks.
A isto tako bilo je suprotnih slučajeva da su određene polaznice izgubile na telesnoj težini.
Of course, we had the opposite experiences where certain women lost the weight during the training.
Yes, this is great for some people.
Yeah.
The other way is great. Yeah.
Jer je mindfulness u stvari bio podrška, odnosno eliminator njihove emocionalne gladi.
Those who lost the weight, actually, it happened because mindfulness was a support and was filling out their gaps on the emotional level of their being. So that's why they lost the weight.
I razvijanjem dobrog osjećaja, zadovoljstva i sreće iz nedelje u nedelju.
And they developed a feeling of like fullness and they were very happy actually from week to week, and they did not have need to compensate it with the food.
Kako su se razgrađivale neprijatne emocije, tako su se razgrađivali i njihovi kilogrami, odnosno oslobađali.
The same way that the negative feelings and emotions were broken down during those weeks, the kilograms also got melted and broken down.
Imali smo jedan zanimljiv slučaj da se u razmaku od nedelju dana dve polaznice kada su davale feedback.
We had an interesting case where two how do you call them? Not pupils, two people who were attending the training within a week, they gave the feedback.
Su rekle da se dobile novu ponudu za posao koju su dugo čekale.
Two of them said that they got offered a new job and they've been waiting for that specific offer for a long, long time.
One se ne
they don't know each other. They're not associated in any way or form.
Nemaju nikakve veze, jedna iz Makedonije, druga iz Srbije.
One is from Serbia, the other one is from Macedonia.
Međutim, promenili su energiju i vibraciju na kojoj su.
Okay, because they changed the energy and the vibration they were operating on, and then they attracted those job offers.
I onda su u stvari te pozitivne emocije privukle pozitivne stvari u njihov život. Dobro. Ono što se također dogodilo, a to je da su se otvorili, ajde da kažemo, putevi prema srcima, jer se povezalo telo i um.
What we can also say, it's very interesting, is that the roads to hearts got opened and connected during that training as well.
Pa su se tako neke žene konektovale sa novim partnerima svojim.
Some women got their new partners, and they connected with the current partners, or connected with the different new ones as well.
I apsolutno moje iskustvo, ovo su samo neki pojedinačni slučajevi koje sam ovdje istakla.
But in general, my experience, these are just like some examples that I mentioned.
Jeste da mindfulness pravi takvu promenu da ljudi budu dobro.
So the conclusion is that mindfulness is creating changes where people are feeling good. That's the most important thing.
Žive u sadašnjem trenutku,
They live in the present moment
primenjujući mindfulness principe.
by applying mindfulness principles.
I jako je važna ta body podrška tokom treninga i između treninga.
It's really important to have that body. Is it body or buddy? Like
Buddy.
a friend?
It's both, really.
Okay,
You need a
exactly.
buddy and you need a body.
Crucial yeah, it's crucial to have the body support during the training.
Yeah.
Da.
Oh.
So is it, I'm asking you, Carl, is it buddy or like a friend or
It's-
body?
It's buddy like a friend. You have in the training, you have a buddy, a friend, where you exchange. Sometimes some of them exchange every day, just little progresses. Yeah, just 5 minutes every day exchange. Yeah, for these small habits that Vesna was talking about.
I možda još da dodam to, pošto Mindfulness Intensive sadrži elemente NLP-a i coachinga.
I just wanted to add one more thing. So mindfulness intensive contains NLP in it, NLP and coaching. Right?
Jeste.
Yes.
To je motivisalo da nekih 10-ak učesnika mindfulness treninga upiše NLP.
So 10 students, actually, it motivated them after completing mindfulness to start attending the certificate program for NLP.
I upravo jedna žena sa mindfulnessa koja je završila NLP practitioner,
There is one woman specifically who completed mindfulness and NLP practitioner
koja je imala operaciju karcinoma godinu dana ranije
who had a cancer removal surgery 1 year before that,
i koja je se uspešno oporavila.
and she successfully recovered.
Je kada smo definisali i radili ciljeve po vremenskoj liniji,
When we specifically defined the goals on the timeline,
da definisala svoj cilj promene posla
she defined her goal as a job changing,
koji se realizovao već u naredne 2 nedelje.
and that actually happened in the very 2 upcoming weeks afterwards.
I tako da su odmah bili vidljivi rezultati onoga što je napravljeno kao promjena kroz NLP, kroz mindfulness i druge tehnike koje smo
So
radili.
that's how she saw immediately the changes, the visible changes that were made during the mindfulness and NLP and everything else that she's been working on.
Yeah, I really do admire you. I love you so much, Vesna, for this change of energy and vibration. Yeah, what you said. Yeah, this has such a strong healing effect. Yeah, wonderful what you tell us. Great, love it.
Da ti se divi, volite i to što si rekla da promjena vibracije, energije menja sve i on to mu se jako dopalo.
Hvala ti, Karl. Ono što bih ja želela da prenesem kao svoje iskustvo, a to je da mnogo više mindfulness može ponekad da bude lekovit od bilo kog leka.
Thank you so much, Carl, specifically to you. And what I would like you to know is that what I've learned is that mindfulness in a lot of cases can actually be more beneficial than actual medicine to heal people.
I ja sam se uverila u ovih 17 godina radeći na drugačiji način kao lekar sa ljudima.
And I actually I saw it with my own eyes in the last 17 years while working on these people because I'm also a doctor.
Primenom tehnike koje nisu medicina.
Because I was using the techniques that are not, medical.
Da je naše fizičko telo samo poligon našeg uma.
I realized that our body is only the playground of our mind.
Da naše bolesti i nastaju i nestaju u našoj glavi.
That our diseases are created and healed in our minds.
I da je u stvari psihosomatika jako važna za zdravlje, odnosno ozdravljenje.
And that actually psychosomatic is very, very important for the health and recovery and healing.
I proučavajući različite lekare i stručnjake koji se bave ovom tematikom,
and by doing research on the different doctors and experts who are actually working in this field,
i kroz lično iskustvo
and through
rada,
my personal experience,
sada kreiram jedan program koji će biti upravo priča o psihosomatici, odnosno formiram edukativni institut psihosomatike u Beogradu.
so I'm creating my own psychosomatic institute in Belgrade.
I cilj mi je da svi ljudi spoznaju značaj psihosomatike u nastajanju
And my goal is for
bolesti.
all of the people to come to realization the psychosomatic is so important in creating as well as the healing of any disease.
I verujem da ćeš mi biti podrška da kreiram i mindfulness psihosomatiku.
And I believe that you will be my support in creating a mindfulness psychosomatic.
Kao jedan, ajde da kažemo, program koji će biti još dodatno nešto što je u okviru tvog instituta.
As another program that can be added to your institute.
Odnosno da zajedno kreiramo.
Actually to create it together.
I love this approach of body is a playground of your mind. I love this, and all this new knowledge that you as medical doctor bring into this field is so precious. Go on, tell us more. I love it.
Sviđa taj pristup da je poligon uma, telo i zato što imaš ekspertizu to i da si doktor i to i on bi jako to voli i evo reci nam još slobodno pričaj ako hoćeš.
Pa ja sam imala različitih iskustava u mojoj praksi.
I had a lot of different experiences during my work.
I ono što ja primenjujem u individualnom radu sa ljudima
And what I use and apply with when I'm working individually with people.
to je miostatski O-ring test gde tačno utvrdim uzrok onoga na čemu radimo.
It's myostatic O-ring test where we determine exactly what we're working on.
Pa sam na osnovu dosta iskustava došla do nekih, ajde da kažemo, povezanih stvari.
And so with my extensive knowledge during those tests, I came up with the conclusions that certain things are much more connected.
Utvrdila sam da je uvek uzrok paničnih napada nerazgrađeni bes.
I determined that always that the cause for the panic attacks is anger, accumulated anger that was not been dissolved.
U 99% slučajeva rada sa devojkama koje imaju poremećaj ishrane,
In 99% of the cases, I worked with girls and women who have eating disorders.
Uzrok nastanka njihovog poremećaja ishrane je odnos sa ocem.
Cause of their eating disorder is their relationship with their father in 99% of the cases.
U različitim kontekstima, prezaštićenosti, nemaju komunikaciju sa ocem, otac je možda preminuo ili ima neki drugi brak.
It's all different variations on the relationship with father, such as father is not alive, or father has a different woman, or they feel overprotected, or there is no communication, and so on and so on. But always it's the same cause. It's the relationship with father.
Također, recimo, kada ljudi imaju neku tematiku i problematiku u vezi sa disanjem.
So when we come to the respiratory or problems with breathing, what I've learned,
obično je u pitanju nedostatak slobode, slobode življenja.
It's always the cause for that is always the lack of freedom or not living freely.
Nemaju mogućnost da udahnu život punim plućima.
And that's why they cannot breathe with full lungs. They cannot have like deep breath.
A recimo kada se javljaju kamenje u žučnoj kesi To je najčešće okamenjen bes i gorčina koje ljudi nisu iskazali tokom svog života.
When I've noticed that people who have stones in gallbladder, it's always calcified. Šta je, koja emocija?
Gorčina i bes i
Okay.
ljutnja.
It's when they're mad and they're very bitter, you know, bitterness.
A ako recimo pričamo o oboljenjima krvi, pošto je krvotok život, osoba koja je zaustavila svoj život često ima neku problematiku u vezi sa krvotokom. Tu mogu čak doći u obzir i neka oboljenja koje su u vezi s tim. Okay.
Too long, the sentence. I'll do my best. So people who have diseases like blood diseases are, because it's the vessel of life through the body. Those are the people who have stopped their own lives because što su zaustavili svoje živote?
Iz nekog razloga prestali su da žive život kako žele i jednostavno kao da su pustili da ih život vodi, nego da oni
so they let go, actually. They stopped living for a certain reason and they just let go. And that's when the blood diseases occur because they're not living their authentic lives.
Karl, jel imaš možda ti probleme sa srcem?
Carl, do you maybe have issues with your heart?
Me?
Yes.
You.
No.
Zato što probleme sa srcem imaju ljudi srca kamenoga.
You know why? Because people who have heart issues are people who have stone cold hearts.
Koji ne pokazuju svoje emocije.
Who don't show their emotions.
I kažu da je infarkt u stvari eksplozija radosti.
And that actually they say the myocarditis or heart attack is explosion of happiness.
A onda ako pričamo u kontekstu nastanka karcinoma,
and if we're talking in the context of creating a cancer,
pored ostalih uzroka,
besides the other factors,
jedan od važnih faktora jeste ljubav koja nije iživljena na pravi način.
One of the very important factors is the love that was not materialized in a right way.
Da li kroz partnerstvo, kroz detinjstvo ili kroz roditeljstvo.
So it can be love with a partner or with the parents or when they were kids and so on. That's why they developed cancer. They were not loved enough and so on.
A gde će karcinom biti lokalizovan, to zavisi mnogo od života osobe, pored tog nedostatka ljubavi.
And the location of the actual cancer, besides the lack of love, depends on the lifestyle of that person.
Pa tako recimo osobe koje su duboko potisnule svoje emocije iz celog svog života i ne žele uopšte da misle o njima ni da ih prolaze.
So people who actually suppressed deeply their own emotions, they don't want to talk about it.
Tu oni imaju uglavnom karcinom debelog creva.
They usually have the cancer of the colon.
Karcinom dojke se javlja kod žena koje su stavili sve druge ispred sebe.
Breast cancer develops in women who put in front or prioritized all of the other people in their lives except for themselves.
I srce kao centar naše ljubavi vrlo retko oboljeva od karcinoma, tako da to ide da kažemo, na neki način potvrđuje ovu pretpostavku da je i ljubav vrlo u vezi sa nastankom karcinoma.
And because the heart is the center of love, that's why heart almost never has a cancer in itself, and it confirms the theory that love always wins against the cancer, and that's why there are no heart cancers that much.
Ukoliko ljudi imaju problem sa kožom, onda su u pitanju neke granice koje nisu definisane.
When people have skin conditions, that means that they did not set certain boundaries in their lives.
Jer koža je naša granica prema spolja.
Because the skin is our boundary of our body towards the world.
I štiti nas od spoljašnjeg uticaja.
And it protects us from the outdoor factors.
Često nedostatak samopouzdanja.
It can be lack of confidence.
Povređenost.
Hurt.
pravi promjene na koži poput psorijaze, kao da nam treba tvrđa koža da se bolje zaštitimo
So
kao
people,
oklop.
okay, now I get it. So people who are often hurt or they lack confidence usually have psoriasis or other skin conditions because that makes their skin thicker and firmer and harder.
I eto, mogla bih ja sad tako mnogo da
So
pričam.
that's like I can continue like that forever.
Yeah.
But
We can make a
example,
series of talks
Yeah.
with you. It's so wonderful what you have to share with us. Yeah, and I think this is a great hope for so many people out there. Yeah. And I hope that many listen to this recording and that they understand that coming to you in your trainings will just be such an opening for their health, yeah, and for their true being, so that they can really connect to their full potential.
On se nada da će što više ljudi ovo da vidi i da će doći kod tebe na trening i da se konektuju sa svojim punim potencijalom i sa svojim osjećanjima i sa svim ostalim. I to je sve prelepo što radiš.
Hvala ti, Karl. Ja imam dosta pratilaca na Instagramu, preko 60.000 i svi su dobro došli, naravno i novi ljudi i ja kod njih kroz različite medije i ovo je neka moja misija da prosto ljudi budu dobro.
Thank you so much, Carl, for the kind words. Yes, when it comes to social media, I have 60,000 followers and they're all welcome to work with me. And my mission is to make people happy and healthy, and everyone should feel better about themselves.
I meni ovo nije posao, meni je ovo uživanje.
And this is not my job. I'm enjoying this a lot, actually. I don't see it as a job and working.
It's your hero's journey, your calling, your mission, your vision in life, what you bring. And it's so beautiful to see you blossom, you radiate so much love, yeah, so much wonderful energy. Yeah? This is so wonderful to see. And I'm so grateful to have this interview with you where everyone can see, wow, what a wonder lady.
Kao što si ti čudestan muškarac.
The same way that you are a wonder man as well.
Oh my God.
Meni je jako važno da ljudi, ne samo u Srbiji, pošto ja radim sa ljudima iz celog sveta i individualno i držim edukacije. Nažalost, moje znanje engleskog jezika nije na nivou da to mogu da radim i pričam kao na srpskom.
Šta ti je jako važno?
Jako mi je važno, znači da prosto ljudi budu informisani šta imaju sve kao mogućnost, a s druge strane jako mi je važno da to sve bude akreditovano od tvojih instituta.
Okay, this was a long one.
Dobro.
So what's really important for me is that many people can see this not only in Serbia, because I work with people in Serbia, but also work with people from other countries. Unfortunately, my knowledge of English is not superior, so I cannot work with a lot of people. However, it's really important for me that a lot of people see this and that it's actually everything is accredited by you. So that way they know that it's coming from the best possible source.
I da ljudi prepoznaju kvalitet onoga što drže tvoji treneri i prenose kroz treninge i ono što si ti definisao kao program i kurikulum.
Okay, why? Because people have to recognize and they will know the difference and the quality of all the people that your trainers that you accredited, so they know they're getting the best possible trainers and the programs that you created in the curriculum and everything that you have created.
I mean, we created this together, yeah. I mean, I remember long time ago, Vesna, when we met in Germany, in Berlin, yeah. It was such a beginning, yeah. And now where we are today, yeah, and all this glowing and energy and what we bring to the world together, yeah. And I really think,
I'm translating. Don't worry. Keep
Okay.
going.
okay. And
I
I really,
translated everything you said.
Kako si mi pokazivao Berlin kada smo šetali kroz grad.
Like you were showing her Berlin sightseeing while you were walking through Berlin.
I kako ste
yeah,
divni domaćini, tvoja supruga Nandana i ti. Pozdrav za nju,
Yeah.
nadam se dobro.
And how wonderful of hosts you were with you and your wife Nandana, and
Yeah.
I'm saying hi to her.
I zajedno sa Nadom koja je meni omogućila kontakt sa vama,
And-
kako smo pravili koncept treninga.
And together with Nada, who is the one
Yeah.
who introduced me to you, and that's why I was able to create a program with you.
Yeah, and we had a World Congress in Croatia, and yes, now we are just at the leap to a new kind of revolution in mindfulness. Yeah, for we bring with NLP and coaching and hypnotic language, yeah, which is a healing language, yeah, from Milton Erickson's systemic approach. Yeah, we bring new elements that have not been in mindfulness, and this is really revolutionary. So I love your approach. Yeah.
Sviđam se tvoj pristup, jer on je sad ovdje hipnotiku i ostalo sve u mindfulness. I jako mu se dopada tvoj pristup, jer je ovo novo poglavlje za mindfulness.
And I think in the next months or the next 2 years, we will write a series of revolutionary mindfulness books. Yeah? And hopefully you will find the time to write something like Mindfulness Psychosomatic Revolution or Mindfulness Health Revolution.
Ti mnogo knjiga o mindfulnessu, samo nadam da ćeš naći vremena da napišeš knjigu o Mindfulness Psychosomatic Revolution ili tako nešto.
Da. Šta misliš, Karl, da li je bolje ići kroz evoluciju ili praviti revoluciju?
Carl, what do you think? Is it better to go through evolution or to create the revolution?
It's both at the same time. Yeah, I mean, it's just time for the change. It's just time to do the next step in evolution, and this is a revolution to do the next big jump in evolution.
Jedno je istina, ili smo bolji ili smo gori, ne možemo biti isti.
Only one thing can be true. We are either better or we are worse. We cannot be the same.
Yeah, and we opt for better.
Uvijek biramo bolje.
Uvijek biramo bolje.
Yes,
We have the tools. We know so much from NLP, and it's so great if people do mindfulness and then they understand that in NLP they can learn how to change belief systems and all these things. Yeah, that they can go deeper in NLP, and that they learn so that the world has so much to offer, and we and you have so much to offer for just opening, as you said, yeah. The change of energy is the proof in the pudding. The change of energies that you can see, the vibrations, that changes that you offer to people, yeah, and that people can see when you look in your face. Yeah, you're so vibrant. Yeah, you're so much energy. Yeah, really, miracle woman, Vesna. I love you.
I love you, Karl.
Yeah, we will have, I think, a lot more videos in the next years. Yeah, so when we have the next steps of our successes, yeah, and when we launch the next books about what's happening, yeah, we are really at the leap of a new kind of human experience. And as you said, the body is the playground of the mind.
Yes. On je rekao da smo sad svi na tom koraku da napravimo taj skok i da je to sve revolucija i da jednostavno, kao što si rekla, da je ovaj za poligon uma i telo i tako.
Može nešto da može. A u kontekstu knjige koju si pomenuo moje, ja pišem terapiju u pričama.
And when you mentioned the book, I'm writing a book that's called Therapy in Stories. So it's a one story about each person, obviously, without the names.
Wonderful.
I imam sigurno 40 ih priča
And so far I have 40 stories.
i one su mi doneli toliki broj pratilaca na Instagramu,
And those stories actually brought me so many followers on Instagram
zato što su stvarno neke priče neverovatne.
because really some stories are incredible, unbelievable.
Tako da potrebno je možda samo da ih saberem, nekako skupim i eto knjige.
I just have to try to find a way to somehow collect them and organize them, and there is the book.
I
Yeah.
Yeah.
da. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, I thank you so much. Yeah, I thank you so much for sharing all of this. Yeah, your wisdom. Yeah, your energy, what you bring into the world. Yeah, and we are a great team.
Mi smo sjajan tim.
Jesmo.
We are, yeah.
Bilo mi je zadovoljstvo, uživala sam i rado uvek delim sve sa tobom i sa ljudima kojima je to korisno i žele da saznaju nešto o tome.
It was my pleasure talking to you, and I'm willingly always I'm always down for these interviews and to share it with you and the people who will find this beneficial for them, for their lives.
Yeah, and this is just the beginning.
Samo početak. Yeah.
Da. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Goodbye, Ker.
Goodbye.